What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Dan Tamarind Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, January 18th, 2019, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Kumail Nanjiani and Tracee Ellis Ross have been tapped to announce the nominations for the 2019 Academy Awards on Tuesday. Nanjiani and Ross will be announcing the nominations in all 24 categories during a presentation that will be live streamed on Oscar.com, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook starting at 8:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nanjiani said on Twitter in response to the news, "An honor and a thrill to be announcing the #Oscar noms with the amazing Tracee Ellis Ross. Thanks at the Academy. I promise I'll set my alarm for 5:15 a.m. the latest." Ross commented on Twitter, "Oh, this is going to be exciting. At Kumail N. Text me when you wake up so we can coordinate our looks. I'm thinking PJs and glasses, my dressy ones. You? #Oscar noms." The 91st Annual Academy Awards will be taking place February 24th at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood. Kevin Hart recently confirmed that he will not be hosting the event. A new biopic, Tolkien, starring Nicholas Hoult, will open in theaters in May. Deadline confirmed the film, which features Hoult as Lord of the Rings author J.R.R. Tolkien, has set a release date for May 10th. The Fox Searchlight movie is directed by Dom Karowski. Lily Collins co-stars as Tolkien's wife and muse, Edith Bratt, who inspired the 11 princess characters in Lord of the Rings, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Collins confirmed in a tweet Thursday, "Surprise, Tolkien is coming out in 4 months. So excited to share this beautiful story about such a revered and epic storyteller. Welcome to the fellowship." Tolkien was written by David Gleason and Stephen Beresford. The movie explores Tolkien's early life as an orphan who found friendship and inspiration with a group of fellow outcasts at school. Tolkien was best known for The Hobbit, published in 1937, and the Lord of the Rings trilogy of books, which debuted in the 1950s. The author died at the age of 81 in September 1973. Actor Steve Carell is reuniting with The Office writer-producer Greg Daniels on Space Force, a TV workplace comedy for Netflix. The show Carell and Daniels co-created will be about people tasked with creating a sixth branch of the armed services, a press release says. Carell will star in and executive produce in it, while Daniels will serve as a showrunner. No other casting or premiere date has been announced yet. U.S. Vice President Mike Pence told the National Space Council in October that the administration plans to launch the United States Space Force, the nation's sixth military branch, by 2020. Carell, a former correspondent on The Daily Show, can now be seen in 3 high-profile dramas, Beautiful Boy, Vice, and Welcome to Marwen. The anchorman and Evan Almighty alum returned to his comic roots in late 2018 to host Saturday Night Live, where his former Office castmates Ellie Kempler, Jenna Fisher, and Ed Helms showed up and begged him to agree to an Office reunion, which he did not. Carell previously said he doesn't think the politically incorrect humor of the mockumentary series would work today. Carell plays well-meaning but obnoxious Dunder Mifflin regional manager Michael Scott for 7 seasons on the show from 2005 to 2011. The series continued after Carell left, with Helms running the fictional Office through 2013. It's now available to stream on Netflix. Rainn Wilson, Mindy Kaling, and John Krasinski co-starred. Warner Bros. Television has given up the search for a new home for its true crime parody Trial and Error. NBC canceled the show after 2 seasons, but its producers had been shopping around to other platforms in recent months. They're giving up that active effort after no other network or streaming service has opted to renew it for a 3rd season, Variety said Wednesday. Warner Bros. Television said in a statement to Deadline.com, "We're open to an opportunity to continue the series should one arise in the future." Each season of the show focused on a different murder case. Among the stars who appeared in the series' 2 seasons were John Lithgow, Kristen Chenoweth, Nicholas D'Agosto, Sherry Shepard, Stephen Boyer, Krista Rodriguez, and Jemima Mays. Season 2 of the comedy Happy is set to premiere on March 27th, Sci-Fi announced. Based on the graphic novel with the same name, the show follows Christopher Minoli's Nick Sachs, described in press notes as an intoxicated, corrupt ex-cop turned hitman who is adrift in a world of casual murder, soulless sex, and betrayal. Patton Oswalt voiced the animated title character, the tiny, relentlessly positive, imaginary blue-winged horse who becomes Sax's partner. A preview released Wednesday showed the new episodes of the live-action and animated hybrid will have an Easter theme. Oswalt joked as he shared the clip on Twitter. Official Season 2 trailer for At Happy Sci-Fi is here. I'm so sorry I didn't read any of these scripts before I signed the contracts. Don Cheadle said on The Tonight Show that he is the current Boggle champion among the Avengers cast. Cheadle explained to host Jimmy Fallon Wednesday how the Avengers cast played the word game during downtime on set. The actor who portrays War Machine in the Marvel Cinematic Universe says that the idea of playing Boggle came from Captain America star Chris Evans. Cheadle also gave props to Ant-Man star Paul Rudd for being talented at the game. Cheadle was able to find the World Avengers in the last Boggle game that the cast played while traveling together on an airplane. The trip had a scary moment when smoke entered the plane's cabin after a flight attendant made a mistake while cooking food. Cheetah says, I was focused on the game. I'm like, we still got to finish this game. Yeah, it was crazy. It was almost the last Boggle any of us played. Cheetah also discusses new Showtime series Black Monday, which premieres on January 20th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The comedy, also executive produced by Cheetah, follows the worst stock market crash in the history of Wall Street in 1987. Homecoming star Julia Roberts reportedly won't return for Season 2. Entertainment Weekly confirmed Roberts won't reprise Heidi Bergman in another season, but said the 51-year-old actress will remain as an executive producer on the Amazon series. Source told Variety Roberts only had a one-year deal to star on Homecoming, which marked the first series regular TV role of the star's career. Roberts will continue to executive produce with Mr. Robot creator Sam Esmail. The Hollywood Reporter says it is unclear if Roberts' co-stars Bobby Cannavale, Stephen James, Shea Wigham, Alex Kapranovsky, and Sissy Spacek will return in Season 2. Roberts was coy about her future with Homecoming while promoting the show in July. She told TV Line, I think we're going to peel one onion at a time. Homecoming is based on the podcast of the same name from Eli Horowitz and Michael Bloomberg. Season 1 centers on Heidi, played by Roberts, a former caseworker at a secret government facility. Roberts will next be seen in the big screen adaptation of the Chris Cleave novel Little Bee. January Jones has joined the cast of Netflix's figure skating series, Spinning Out. Deadline confirmed the 41-year-old actress will join Kaya Sotodelario in the company's upcoming show, Spinning Out. Jones will play Carell Baker, a former figure skater whose career ended due to motherhood. The character is mom to Kate Baker, played by Sotodelario, an up-and-coming star, and Serena Baker, played by Willow Shields, another young skater. Netflix confirmed Jones' casting in a tweet Wednesday on its See What's Next account. The post reads, January Jones will play Carell Baker, a former figure skater who was forced to give up her gold medal dreams when she became pregnant. Now she pushes both grown daughters to become Olympians in order to fulfill the dream she could never achieve, the post reads. Jones shared the news on Instagram post Wednesday. She wrote, Secret is finally out. I'm so excited to be a part of this new at Netflix show. They had me at a figure skating drama, now to prepare for the cold. Spinning Out follows Kate as she persuades pairs skating after a fall ends her singles career. The character partners with Justin, played by Evan Roderick, a talented bad boy. Jones is best known for playing Betty Draper in the AMC series Mad Men. She has since played Melissa Chartres on The Last Man on Earth and will appear in the new Netflix series The Politician. Renowned naturalist David Attenborough says he has seen the interest in natural history and programs about wildlife increase exponentially in recent years. He told UPI in a phone interview Monday, people's understanding and comprehension and sympathy for the wild world has grown quite enormously and phenomenally, and now the audiences around the world is very, very sophisticated indeed. 92-year-old host of Dynasties, an animal program debuting on BBC America Saturday, recall how just a few decades ago many people didn't know where anteaters or Red River hogs were. He says now it's hard to find an animal of any interest that the viewer doesn't already know something about. Dynasty executive producer Michael Gunton, who also worked on the TV show Life and Planet Earth, says having international broadcast partners has opened up the viewership of the BBC's Nature docuseries. Gunton says hundreds of millions of people are watching this in China, which is a whole new audience. He also added, he frequently hears viewers say, "I want to do something. I never knew this. I'm now going to change my life behavior." He says, one of the nice things about social media is you do get a lot of feedback. American Pulitzer Prize winning poet Mary Oliver has died. She was 83. Bill Reichenblum, Oliver's literary executor, said she died Thursday in Hope Sound, Florida, home from lymphoma. Known for combining the pastoralism of her literary hero Walt Whitman with stoic post-war realities, Oliver was one of the United States' most respected writers, had won numerous awards during her lifelong career that included more than 20 collections of poetry and essays. The Maple Heights, Ohio native had a unique and controversial style for being plain-spoken in a literary genre that traditionally championed a style that obscured the subject matter with verbosity. She said, "Poetry to understood must be cleared. It mustn't be fancy." Former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton took to Twitter to show respect, saying, "Thank you, Mary Oliver, for giving so many of us words to live by." In the wake of her passing, people from all over the world expressed their appreciation for the woman who won the 1984 Pulitzer Prize for Poetry for her collection, American Primitive. American film director Ava DuVernay tweeted a stanza from Oliver's poem, Praying, and LGBT news organization Daily Extra's editor-director and author Rachel Gleaves tweeted a thread on Oliver's moving relationship with her partner, photographer Molly Malone Cook. Gleaves said, "Rest in power, Mary." The couple met in 1958 and stayed together until Cook's death in 2005. Oliver's 50-year career began in 1963 with her first collection of poetry, No Voyage, which was published. Her last book, Upstream, came out in 2016. She was the recipient of numerous awards, including the National Book Award in 1992 for New and Selected Poems, Volume 1, and the Lanyon Literary Award for Lifetime Achievement in 1998. Her publisher, Penguin Books, said it in a media release that she viewed poetry as if it were a faith and that she lived and breathed the literary art form. Oliver said, "For poems are not words, after all, but fires for the cold, ropes let down to the lost, something as necessary as bread in the pockets of the hungry." BTS's latest album, Love Yourself Answer, ranked on the Billboard 200 album charts for the 20th week in a row. The latest chart showed Wednesday. The album came in 78th on the album chart for the week of January 19th, slipping from last week's 59th. It was the 20th week in a row, or the 5th month, that the album had been ranked since it landed atop the chart in early September. The same album also was number 1 on the Billboard World Albums charts, with BTS topping the Social 50 charts for the same 9th week in a row, renewing its own record of maintaining the top spot for the longest streak. BTS said Tuesday it's currently preparing a new album, although the date and other details of its release were not disclosed. BTS took the top prize at the 28th Seoul Music Awards, held a day earlier at the Gachko Sky Dome. Before taking the prize, member Jin said, "To talk honestly with you, we are preparing an album." He said, "To be more honest, there are no songs out yet, but we are working hard, so please wait a while. We can do good music thanks to you." Music legend Gladys Knight has signed on to sing the Star Spangled Banner in next month's Super Bowl in Atlanta. Knight tweeted Thursday morning alongside a promotional poster for the February 3rd event, "Atlanta, I'm coming home, #NFL, Super Bowl 53. The NFL also announced Knight would help kick off the game. Pop group Maroon 5 was confirmed last weekend as the headliner for the professional football game's halftime show. Travis Scott and Big Boy are expected to be guest performers. A star-studded tribute concert was held in honor of late Soundgarden frontman Chris Cornell that featured performances from Metallica, Foo Fighters, and many more. The concert, titled I Am the Highway, a tribute to Chris Cornell, took place Wednesday at the Forum in Los Angeles. Jimmy Kimmel served as the host. Members of Soundgarden, Cornell's former band Audioslave, and Temple of the Dog also performed, along with with Ryan Adams, Miley Cyrus, Fiona Apple, Chris Stapleton, Miguel, and Adam Levine. The music stars each took turns performing songs from throughout Cornell's career and other works. Jack Black, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Christian Bale, Tom Hanks, Courtney Cox, and others were all in attendance. Foo Fighters covered Soundgarden's No Attention, Devo's Girl You Want, and Cheech and Chong's Earhake My Eye. Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl performed the solo version of the band's track Everlong. Metallica covered Soundgarden's All Your Lies and Head Injury before jumping into their own songs For Whom the Bell Tolls and Masters of Puppet. Metallica said on Twitter Thursday, alongside a photo of their artist passes for the events that featured Cornell's likeness, "We miss you, brother." Cornell died at the age of 52 in May 2017 by suicide. Ariana Grande has released her single 7 Rings with an accompanying music video featuring the singer hosting an all-girl party. The video takes place inside a pink-colored house as Grande sings about the finer things in life and being able to buy whatever she wants. Grande boasts on the track, "My wrist stop watching, my neck is flossing, make big deposits, my gloss is popping, you like my hair, gee thanks you bought it, I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it." Grande also poses outside with her friends on the front lawn and dances on the kitchen counter during the video. The song follows the release of singles Thank You Next and Imagine, which will appear on her upcoming 5th studio album. Grande released her 4th studio album titled Sweetener in August. Cardi B, Camila Cabello, and Post Malone have been tapped to perform at the 2019 Grammy Awards, among other stars. Janelle Monáe, Casey Musgraves, Dan and Shay, and Shawn Mendes are also set to take the stage on February 10th in Los Angeles, the Recording Academy announced on Thursday. Cardi B, Malone, Monáe, and Musgraves are each nominated for Album of the Year. Cardi B and Malone also received Record of the Year nominations for I Like It and Rockstar, respectively. Cabello will be making her Grammy Awards performance debut and received 2 nominations for Best Pop Solo Performance for Havana and Best Pop Vocal Album for her debut self-titled album. The 61st Annual Grammy Awards will be hosted by Alicia Keys. And now, let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1985, the Coen brothers released their debut film, Blood Simple. The hard-boiled, often gruesome black comedy Blood Simple is the debut offering from the Minnesota-born brothers Joel and Ethan Coen. Premieres on this date in 1985. The film told the story of Julian Marty, played by Dan Hedaya, a bar owner who hires a private detective, played by M. Emmett Walsh, to follow his wife, played by Frances McDormand. When the detective finds out that Marty's wife is two-timing him with the handsome bartender John Getz, Marty hires the detective to kill the pair. The offspring of the 2 university professors, Joel and Ethan Coen, were just 29 and 26 years old, respectively, when they made Blood Simple. They wrote the screenplay together, and Joel, a graduate of New York University's film school, was given a director credit, while Ethan served as the producer. At the time, guild rules prohibited giving a joint directing credit on their latest films. The brothers are both listed as directors. Blood Simple was also the first film featuring the work of the cinematographer Barry Sonnenfeld, who later became a noted director himself, and of McDormand, Joel Coen's wife. They've been married since 1984. Shot in Texas on a low budget, mostly with money from Minneapolis investors, Blood Simple won the Grand Jury Prize at the Sundance Film Festival, which had recently been taken over by Robert Redford Sundance Institute and is now held in Park City, Utah, every January. Building on the buzz of that award, the entertainment media went crazy over the 2 young brothers, comparing their debut with the works of such luminaries as Orson Welles, Alfred Hitchcock, and Sergio Leone. Pauline Kael of The New Yorker was one of the dissenting voices amid the praise, writing that Joel and Ethan Coen may be entrepreneurial heroes, but they're not movie-making heroes. Blood Simple has no openness, it doesn't breathe. After writing the screenplay for the Sam Raimi directed thriller Crime Wave, the Coens returned directing with the outlandish comedy Raising Arizona in 1987, which had a lighter tone than Blood Simple and appeared more to a mass audience. After Barton Fink in 1991 and the Hudsucker Proxy in 1994, the brothers raised their profile while preserving their offbeat, gruesome sense of style with the success of Fargo in 1996, which earned McDormand an Oscar for Best Actress, and the Coens another for Best Original Screenplay. On that film, as of Blood Simple, many of their other projects, Joel and Ethan also worked as editors using the alias Roderick Janes. Though movies like the cult hit The Big Lebowski in 1998 and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou 2000 earned praise from critics and the devotion of Coen fans, their next several films, The Lady Who Wasn't There and Terrible Cruelties in 2003 and The Lady Killers in 2004, failed to impress either group. In 2007, however, the Coens returned with their most critically acclaimed success yet, the gritty western No Country for Old Men, starring Josh Brolin, Tommy Lee Jones, and Javier Bardem. The film earned 8 Academy Award nominations and won 4 Oscars, including statuettes for the Coens for Best Director. They were the first directing team ever to win an Academy Award, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Picture. Bardem took home the 4th gold statuette for Best Supporting Actor. Since the release of Blood Simple, the Coens have built a reputation for disdaining the normal trappings of the Hollywood lifestyle, as well as for returning again and again to a familiar cast that features some of the industry's most respected actors, including McDermott, George Clooney, John Turturro, and Steve Buscemi. The brothers' sensibilities are reportedly so similar that No Country star Josh Brolin referred to them in an interview as being like one guy with 2 heads. And that is your entertainment report for Friday, January 18th, 2019. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.